Hey, I'm Carl Bratch from Chaparral Motorsports, here with Jeff from Fly Racing, and Ernie here is our lovely model in our traditional Kinetic gear from Fly Racing for 2020. Now, Jeff and I have in our hands the mesh edition of the Kinetic racewear. Now, what do we have here, Jeff?
This is what we call our 2019 and a half. This is actually launched in March, getting into the summer season when it's really, really hot, kind of pushing it throughout the summer. We put all of our racers in it during the Daytona time, but ideally this is to keep you as cool as possible during those extremely hot days. Fully mesh pants all the way down, filtered mesh with the jersey. Like some of our previous gear, we've mentioned how the filtered mesh allows the air to come in, but actually blocks out all the dirt. So when you do peel off that jersey on a dusty day, it's not stuck all over your body.
Perfect. So again, this is the Kinetic mesh gear set here in our hands. Now we're going to go ahead and use Ernie as our model as we go through all of the details of the breakdown of the Kinetic gear itself. It's identical to the mesh, it's just an actual full fabric instead of being a full mesh. That's the difference between the two. So now, let's get into those details.
This is more of our classic fit, standard fit. I like to call it the workhorse because, man, this stuff stands up. It's very durable and comfortable at the same time.
Now, on that same workhorse line of gear type of conversation, I wear this gear adventure bike riding, dual sport riding. I tend to fall over a little bit more than I should, and this gear has been super reliable for me, and it's held up well over the last couple of years. So super stoked about the Kinetic gear. Now let's look at some of the features and benefits that this gear has to offer. Let's start up here with the collar, Jeff.
Just a nice comfort stretch collar, which allows to have a little stretch on there. All of our tags on all of our gear are sublimated, so you don't have any itchy, nagging tag on the back of the jersey.
So sublimated, for those of you who don't know what it is, more like a printed tag on the back instead of an actual flappy tag. Now, as far as the material goes, it's a breathable material. It's got little microscopic holes all throughout it, so you get a lot of airflow that comes through it. You're not seeing the laser perf that you saw on some of the previous models. It's more for the high-end gear. Now, under the arms, we do have some ventilated mesh. Can you talk about a little bit about the construction there, Jeff?
Yeah, the main thing is under the arms, we do have a seamless under the armpit, so no chafing as you are riding, but the idea is to let fresh air in and allow that hot air to come out. So you can also see at the bottom of the sleeve, there's some meshing in there as well. We want to keep the rider as cool as possible.
So a very basic jersey that does the job, that keeps you cool while you're out there and protected if you happen to fall over. Now, moving down to the pant, this is a more traditional pant. We don't have the boa system, we don't have any of those trick things.
Right, so we still have the buckle system and our traditional lock zipper on the inside with our YKK zipper. So once you do latch that over, it's solid and it won't break away. Again, we don't want to use any type of snaps or buttons because they do fail. We want to make sure that the pant does everything it needs to do. So on one side, you will have another adjustment. It's just a quick adjust, Velcro over to give you a nice precise fit. And then again, the buckle system on front.
So moving down on the pant, you're going to notice that we're going to have accordion stretch panels in some of the key areas, such as the knee here, all the way down the side, and then across the butt. So you get a lot of actual movement, or good movement, while you're on the seat of the motorcycle, standing, moving around, things of that nature.
Okay, we pre-curve the knee so it will fit a guy who does use the knee brace, or if they are the standard knee cup, like myself, it still gives you a nice fit and you're not too baggy. We also have the stretch panels above, so I was mentioning, if you are using knee braces, you do have some movement into the stretch and move once you're on the bike. So just some key little knee comfort.
Now, speaking of the knee, what are we looking at as far as the inside of the pant?
On the inside, we still have our triple stitch Kevlar with the leather panel. Also inside, if you would flip the pant inside out, you'll see another layer on top of the leather and stitching again. That's a high wear area, and we want to make sure it's as durable as possible.
So another one of the final details that goes into this gear set is the fact that we have silicone along the back of the pant in order to keep the jersey tucked in, and a strip of silicone on the jersey itself to kind of mate up with that pant silicone to make sure that your jersey doesn't come untucked while riding. For the 2020 release, the colorways that the Kinetic mesh gear is going to come in is going to be black and white, blue and white, red and blue, black and high vis, and rockstar. All right, there you have it. Now that you've seen all the finer details of the 2020 Kinetic gear set here from Fly Racing, all of those details transfer over to the Kinetic mesh line. If you're looking for something that has the same styling but is a little bit cooler, the Kinetic mesh is the way to go. If you like what you saw today, please give us a thumbs up, and if you want more action like this to come directly to your inbox, please hit that subscribe button and notification bell. Until next time, as always, thank you very much for watching, take care, and ride safe.